Hello everyone, this is Wray coming to you with another video, and today what we're going to do is go over how I saved $10,000 in 10 months on a budget. And this is really important for those who are looking to have a business, start entrepreneurship. You need money for your products, supplies, your website, whatever it is that you need that money for. This is the steps that you want to take in order to create that financial freedom and be able to move in the right direction. And in the beginning, savings was really hard for me because I like to spend money. I like nice things and I like to go to nice places. And in the beginning, what I realized is that you have to make a sacrifice, okay? You have to make a sacrifice, and that's where we're going to start, is with the sacrifices that you have to make if you are on a budget and you want to have these savings in order to better yourself and to get to where you need to be. Some of the sacrifices that I had to make was, number one, going out eating at a lot of fast food restaurants. Believe it or not, it adds up. I don't care if it's just a coffee. All of that money is money that you could be putting into your business. And if you want to actually see the end of the tunnel and you want to actually start putting money into entrepreneurship, into running your own business, you're going to need to start saving. So I cut out basically all of the eating out. I was cooking more, and I wasn't cooking expensive foods like lobster and stuff like that. Just the real basics: chicken, tuna, sometimes a little bit of beef, but mainly chicken and tuna, things that really didn't cost a lot of money. And what you'll notice is if you stick to that for the first 4 weeks, when you go to your savings, whether it's in a bank or in your house, you will notice that you have saved a lot of money just by not eating out and not spending your money on things that really don't matter. You want to really focus on spending money on the things that you need, not the things that you want, okay? So what I would recommend is you get a little notebook, write down your wants and your needs. Wants is the things that I really want to have, but I don't need it, and the things that you really need that you have to get for yourself and your family. So as an example, you need to have toothpaste, right? Because we need to brush our teeth in the morning, keep our breath fresh, okay? So that's things that you need. Things that you want that you really don't need is a T-bone steak, okay? And that's the thing, one of the things I like to eat, but I don't really need that. That's things that I want. That's expensive, and it's something I could definitely cut out of the budget if I want to start saving consistently. So that's the number one thing. Number two is pick up a part-time job. Now, this doesn't have to necessarily mean going to punch another clock. You can take up a little hobby on the side, something that can bring you in some additional income. Also, sell some of the stuff in your house that you don't need or you don't use. You will be surprised how much stuff you have lying around your house that you can put on eBay, OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace. There's Mercari, I think, is another site where you can sell items that you really don't need and you really don't use, and use that money towards your savings, okay? So start looking around the house. If there's things that you see that have some value to it and it's in pretty decent condition, you can sell it, okay? So that's one of the ways that you can pick up, and I call that a part-time job. You're not punching the clock, but you gotta post the pictures, take the pictures, and that's a way to collect additional money. One of the things that I used to do was secret shops. People think that secret shops is a scam. It's not. I used to make anywhere from $1,500 to $3,000 a month doing secret shops. I went to the mall, a lot of different cell phone carriers. I used to go to gas stations and do secret shops, and I used to get paid. My local grocery stores, I used to go to McDonald's. These are places where you can do secret shops and get paid for them. Now, a lot of them pay just once a month, but it will add up. And that was, again, a way I made additional $1,500 to $3,000 in additional income that you can put towards your savings. Okay, and I just want to touch on this. Even if you're not saving for a business, even though this is for entrepreneurship, but even if you're saving for something else, maybe you want to take a trip, maybe you want to have this money for your kid that's going to school, whatever it is. This is the great steps that you can take in order to start saving, especially if you're on a budget and you don't have much money to play with, okay? This is one of the ways to get started. Another thing that you can do is actually, this may sound crazy, but if you want to save for a year or 2 years, okay, maybe that's your goal, you could get a smaller apartment or move back in with your parents. So if you are spending money on an apartment right now and it's costing you an extra $800 to $1,000, maybe even $1,200 a month, that's money that you can be saving. If you have no problem going back home, go back home. There's so many people that do that. Not only that, there's a lot of YouTubers that I know that have stated they went back home just to save more money or move into a smaller apartment. Maybe you can go from spending $1,000 a month to spending $600 a month. And that's a lot. An additional $400 in savings will start to add up, especially month after month of not spending that. So think about a smaller apartment or moving in with your parents or getting a roommate. Okay, maybe you have an additional room that you really don't use. You can get a roommate and have a roommate actually contribute to the rent and to your monthly bills. Okay, so that's another thing that you can consider. Moving back in with your parent, a roommate, a smaller, more affordable apartment. And that's going to help you to start saving, keeping more money in your pocket towards your goals. Okay, so that's something else to think about. Another thing that I had wrote down, and I'm just again looking at my notes. My memory is not all there sometimes. I'm getting old. Another thing is getting rid of additional subscriptions. So what I'm saying and talking about is you may be subscribed to something that's coming out of your pocket every month and you can get rid of it. You know, you don't have to pay that bill. So as an example, maybe you have cable where you're paying additional for HBO, cinema, and things like that. Get rid of those subscriptions. That's going to put more money in your pocket. Maybe you have a bill that you really don't need. As an example, for me, I pay for additional softwares and stuff to run my business that if I really needed to, I could get rid of them and still run a successful business. So things like that, you can just definitely get rid of it. Go through your bank statement, see what you're paying for on a monthly basis that you can get rid of. Hulu, okay, things like that. Maybe you have a YouTube subscription, you can get rid of that. Netflix subscription, get rid of that. All of the things that you can really sacrifice, and again, these are all wants, not needs, because we don't really need cable, okay? You don't really need cable. So these are some of the things that you can go through your bank statements, see what you're paying for on a monthly basis and get rid of it. And that's going to help you to start saving more money. And then last but not least, which I wanted to do at one point, but I never started, but it is a really good idea, is couponing. And that's one of the things a lot of people don't do. Go online to certain sites. Not only that, get the newspaper once a week and you can start couponing. The things that you need to buy, go in there and see if there's coupons for it, okay? You can get coupons pretty much online from different sites, or you can go to your local grocery store and get a newspaper and cut out some coupons, okay? Couponing every time you go shopping will definitely save you anywhere between $20 to $50 every time you shop if you're using these coupons consistently. And I highly suggest, cut them out, put them in a envelope, and then write on the envelope the things that you need to get so that when you're shopping, you're not going off and buying things that you really don't need. Just stick to the list that's on your envelope, and inside of your envelope should be those coupons that will lower your cost for your groceries, okay? And again, being on, stick to, if you're going to grocery shop once every 2 weeks or once a week, sticking to that. Trying to stay out of the grocery store, because that's another thing. You go in the grocery store hungry, or you don't go in there with a list. You go in wanting to buy 5 things and then you come out with 30 items. I've done it so many times. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go in here and just get these items, and then now I get to the register and I done spent $300 on stuff that I shouldn't even have been looking at. So what we want to do is really stay focused, stay on target with getting only the things that we need, not the things that we want. Writing down a list, sticking to that list, looking at that list as often as you can is going to keep you on target. Again, getting rid of those subscriptions that you don't need, getting a smaller apartment if you need to, or moving back in with your parents, or getting a roommate. All of this helps. And if you do it for a year, you'll notice that you will be at that $10,000 mark. For some people, it may even be higher than that. So I hope that this video has helped you. If you like the information that I'm providing you with, if you can please subscribe to my channel, that'd be great. Stay inspired, stay blessed, and I'll see you in another video. Have a great day.